freedom, family, nation. Who can disagree with those three words?
And so in 2020, I set up the Heritage Party. And the first thing I did with that was stand to be the London mayor and to get back on the London Assembly.
You were a UKIP member. I liked you and I liked Stephen Wolfe. I always thought one of you two should have been the leader after Farage went. It would have settled down all the craziness about how UKIP was a racist far-right party. So it's a shame you didn't become leader at that point. But you went on to set up your own party called the Heritage Party. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, it's funny to go and think about mentioning the UKIP days. I mean, that was really good when I was in that. That's how I started off actively in politics back in 2012. And those were really good years, 2012 to 2016, obviously fighting for the referendum to come out of the EU. But then UKIP all fell apart, so, and imploded over the next 4 years or so. So that was a very sad thing. And I'd always hoped that I could, actually become the leader. I stood to be the leader in 2017. I didn't win, but I wanted to change it into a socially conservative party because I thought that's what the country needs now after UKIP had sort of fought for the referendum. There wasn't one in the country because the Conservatives are not conservative. I call them the fake Conservatives. And so in 2020, I set up the Heritage Party. And the first thing I did with that was stand to be the London mayor and to get back on the London Assembly. Obviously, I've been doing that for 5 years, from 2016 to 2021. Sadly, I didn't get back on as a London Assembly member, but I carried on with the Heritage Party. So it's a specifically socially conservative party. We are for protecting and defending our heritage, which includes our beautiful towns and cities, our countryside, and our culture. And what I've hated so much is what was called political correctness is now called wokery. But really is cultural Marxism, and it's completely destructive. The forces that go about trying to infiltrate every institution and invert and undermine the good principles that institutions and people had, and coerce and force people to affirm things that are completely ridiculous, like this whole gender ideology, for example. I mean, and that's just one of 20 different things. I mean, I often feel like I'm fighting 20 different battles all at the same time. But the Heritage Party's manifesto that I wrote has got positive principles to fight back against all of the globalist agenda, which is trying to destroy our nation at this time. So you can see our manifesto on our website, but it includes things like traditional family values, free speech and liberty, equality before the law, financial responsibility, low taxation, honoring the military covenant, and many, many other good things that people just thought were natural common sense 30 or 40 years ago.
Yeah, I've been on your website several times, but I went on again today. And what I love about your website is the homepage, because it says that as it is on the homepage. It says freedom, family, nation. Who can disagree with those three words? I challenge anybody to disagree with those three words.